There's a Rashi at the beginning of this week's Parsha, which I found very interesting. The Torah really, maybe this is the first ultrasound. The Torah goes and really describes the pregnancy of Rivka. And this was not a normal pregnancy at all. Rashi explains that when she would pass by a Beis Midrash, a house of Torah study, Yaakov, who was still in her stomach, would run towards the Beis Midrash. He heard the sound of Torah, he would run towards the Beis Midrash. When she would pass by a Beis Avodah Zarah, house of idol worship, Esav would get excited and run as well, trying to get out, to get into the Beis Avodah Zarah. This is what Rashi says. I would like to ask, what does Rashi mean? Especially if we take this literally. Right, if we just stop and think about this. Take this literally. This happened to a woman. Her name was Rivka. There's tremendous meaning lying in these words of Rashi. And we have to understand this. The Maharal of Prague, and it has a commentary on the Chumash, commentary on Rashi, sefer called Gur Aryeh, and he focuses on Esav. He really starts his perush here with Esav. And he makes a very interesting observation. He says that the Yetzer Hara, it's known that the Yetzer Hara does not become active in a person until, when? Until he's born. Pre-birth, the uber, fetus. In English, the fetus, thank you, there's no Yetzer Hara. There's no evil inclination that is active in the baby while it's in the mother's womb. So the Maharal says this has nothing to do with the Yetzer Hara. Esav's getting all excited about this Beis Avodah Zarah has absolutely nothing to do with the Yetzer Hara. So this really has to stop us in our tracks. We have to think about this because there's really something else going on here. And things are not as simple as one who really isn't so educated in the matter, I guess, may seem. The Maharal says something very interesting. He says, the draw. That force which was drawing Esav, that force which was drawing Yaakov, he says, it's just part of nature. Teva works like this. And he explains what he means. That similar things are attracted to one another, or attracted to each other. We have an expression like this in English. Birds of a feather flock together. Right? Hamin holech achar mino, says the Maharal. Things that are of the same species, they go together, they come together. How does this really answer everything for us? Let's just start here. Esav was holach achar avodah zarah. He went after avodah zarah. Avodah zarah, for our purposes, we'll say, is sheker, is falsehood. From the point of view of the Torah, avodah zarah is sheker. Esav himself embodied this attribute, embodied this characteristic of sheker. Yaakov Avinu, Pasuk says, "V'titen emes liYaakov," give truth to Yaakov. Yaakov Avinu was the icon of truth. He himself embodied truth. His whole life was a pursuit of the truth. And therefore, when he passed by a Beis Midrash, a house of Torah study, where the truth is contained, he had the urge, even as an Uber, to go to it. But this is what is amazing, because this is not natural, or as I should say, this is not normal. And obviously the Torah was trying to communicate something to us by the fact that this is all occurring while they were inside the mother's womb.